What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Minecraft Building is the Game. And what you see in front of me is a diamond platform. That's not what I'm showing off today. Today's thing is going to be all about pin locks. Now you might ask, what is a pin lock? Well, a pin lock is basically what you use to lock your door. It's basically your locking mechanism. What you're seeing in front of you is a giant pin lock design that I found on the web. I will post a link to the video I was watching when I discovered this, if I can locate that video again. It shouldn't be too hard. Anyway, the idea of the pin lock is to have pins that keep your door from opening. Basically, keeps the pins in a certain order so it can't turn it, so it doesn't unlock your door by using a random key. Now, how does the key work? What role does that play? Well, a key basically operates, how should I say this, with grooves. Those grooves you see are basically what adjust the height of the individual pins that are in the lock. The pins can range from 4 to 6 pins in each lock, and depends on your lock, of course, but operates on the same thing. The pin lock design that we're used to nowadays was invented by Linus Yale Jr., who modernized it from his father's original design. His father was Linus Yale Sr. That we thank them for the modern day pin lock, but the pin lock design actually dates back all the way to 4000 BC, like back in Egypt times. Kind of amazing how something like this, a pin lock, came from such far away. Anyway, here's how it works. What you see here is this mechanism up here is what controls the door. Basically, what we gotta do is complete the circuit. I'll explain how this works real quick. Basically, right here, I have a individual line. When something crosses that line, it lights that up. When that lights up, that actually keeps the door closed. The idea of this pin lock is to make sure that each one of these blocks is below that lining, which connects the repeaters to send the signal through the block. That's what you want to do, and you got to do that for each and every one of these pins. Now, this line right here keeps a constant circuit going through here. You want to make sure it's like this, because if you don't have this circuit right here going through the middle, this design right here will not work properly. It seems confusing, yes, I know, but we'll see. Anyway, down here, the mechanism just does one thing, pushes blocks upward. I will show you how to build that in a second. I might even come up with something else with this design. Anyway, when you put this in, it pushes the block up. Watch. First, the sticky piston takes it, pushes it back, and then a regular piston pushes it up, and then the sticky piston keeps it up. Alright, I just put 2 down there. Let me set the combination lock here. I'm just going to make it 2, 2, 1, 2. Alright. Now watch. See? I'm destroying the sand, which keeps the gravel up, and the circuit's still active. That's because I need to break all the lines. Such as 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. That was my combination, and then the door will open up, and voila, you have a pin lock. Now let me show you how to make the bottom piece here, which is the pusher upper thingy, as I've come to call it. Real scientific of me. And then I'll show you the top piece right up there. Anyway, I got everything you need. Let me make it daytime real quick so it's easier to see. Okay. First, you want to put down the sticky piston like this. Then you want to put the piston like this, a regular piston. Next, you want to put a block here. Block like this. And then you want to make sure that this remains active right now. Like that. Next, you want to travel these blocks across here. You want to go about 5 blocks wide from this point, so that you have the platform where it lands. And then over here is actually where we're going to send a circuit, which when the block lands, sends a signal to this thing over here. I'll show you in a second how that works. You can use regular redstone, but I always prefer to use this redstone repeaters in case something goes wrong. Now this repeater right here, when the signal runs over here, activates this to push it up in a split second. I'm going to show you that real quick. I'm going to make a temporary floor here. Now then, put one right there, like that. Alright, let's imagine that this is my floor. Now watch this. Now let me show you what it's doing. Basically the block is falling from way up there. The sticky piston grabs it and then that pushes it up, which was what gives it its height. Now you want this to be pretty tall. So people get kind of bored trying to just knock all of it down, assuming it has no function. Anyway, up here where you got the thing, let's show you what I got going on here. Now then, you want to have a constant signal being sent out like last time, like this. So when the sand reaches a certain height, it sends the signal over here to this repeater. Let me show you. See? And then this part right here, this is pretty much your circuit. Or where your circuit belongs, anyway. Now I'm going to invert this real quick to represent the door being closed. I'm going to put it like that. Put it like that. Oop, that meant to be a sticky piston. Now imagine that's the door. Yeah, I'll make it 2 blocks high so we can imitate it real quick. And let me make the wall piece here to represent the wall it's attached to. Okay. Now then, when the sand reaches a certain height from all the way down here, oops, I've gone and busted my design. That was not supposed to happen. Oh, it's because I made it too high. My bad. Whoop-de-doo, doop-de-doo-de-doo. I made it too high up. Alright. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm going to take this down a couple knots. Okay, let me start that over. I feel very foolish now. Woo! Okay. Round 2. Alright, so we got the sticky piston 1 and 2. And the signal over here. And then the blocks. And what represents that door. I forgot to invert the signal, didn't I? Sorry, I meant to make this a 5-minute video, but it's going to be a bit longer. Okay. I won't bother with the door. I'm just going to put that down. Put that down, and that represents the thing. Now then, when you put the block down, it opens. That's how you set up the system over here. Now, if you don't want to do it that way, keep the signal active like so, and then all you have to do is knock down the number of sand required for that combination for each pillar, and then it'll open. I'll just do a quick glimpse over here, what you're looking at. There we go. Now then, this one design right here that you're looking at is repeated throughout the thing. Alright, that should do it. So shout out to Egyptian Ingenuity, and shout out to Linus Yale Jr. and Sr. for creating the modern day lock and getting the idea from the Egyptians. Well, that's it for today's episode. I hope that was informative, and I hope you find some interesting ways of using this design. Maybe some crazy elaborate trap, or maybe just confuse people on a server. Whatever you want to do. Well, that's it for me. Have a wonderful day, and see you next time.